What's going on, movie fans? My name is Michael Weer, and it is April of 2023, and since it's a brand new month, we need to talk about the upcoming movies for the month. Now, just like the upcoming movies videos I've made previously this year, these are the movies that are on my personal radar, so if I miss one or if I don't mention one that you're excited about, put that in the comment section down below. Let me know what it is, when it's coming out, and why you're excited about it. Without wasting any more time, let's get into April of 2023. First up on April 7th, guys, we have the Super Mario Bros. Movie. This is a movie that I am very much so looking forward to. I bought tickets for my wife, myself, and my kids a long time ago. I'm excited to sit down in the theater and check this movie out for many reasons. I want to see what Chris Pratt's voice sounds like with Mario. I really do. But also you got Charlie Day playing Luigi. That's just exciting. And Jack Black is Bowser. So yeah, this movie has some actors I'm looking forward to seeing perform, or I guess hearing perform since it's an animated movie. I'm not really one to go day one to go see animated movies, but this movie has my interest. I think the trailers have been great, and there's a lot of nods to different Mario games. Like you've got Mario Kart, Super Smash, like you've got different games that they seem to be referencing in these trailers, and so I'm excited about that. Also coming out on April 7th is a movie I've already had the opportunity to check out, and that is the movie Air, starring Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Viola Davis, Jason Bateman, and several other people, and the movie is centered around the Nike shoe deal with Michael Jordan. Now on paper, the idea of this movie didn't sound appealing to me. I was like, okay, it's about a shoe deal, but they do such a good job with all the acting in this movie, the storytelling in this movie, but most importantly, the 80s soundtrack, because this movie's set in the 80s and they only use 80s music throughout, and it's just fantastic. I had a great time checking out this movie, and I definitely recommend it to everybody. If you like going to a movie theater, then you'll like this movie. And finally, on April 7th, guys, we have a weird movie coming from Owen Wilson called Paint. I say weird because, like, it looks like the Bob Ross story without calling it the Bob Ross story. I mean, I don't know his story at all, but when you first see this movie, you've got Owen Wilson painting happy trees, and you're like, okay, this is the Bob Ross story. And then it's not. And it's just a weird movie about a painter who can't get over not being loved. I don't know. It looks quirky. It looks like something Owen Wilson would do. And I actually look forward to it. So Paint, it comes out on April 7th. On April 14th, guys, we get 3 more movies. The first one we're going to talk about is The Pope's Exorcist, and this stars Russell Crowe. And probably because it stars Russell Crowe, I'm excited for it. But otherwise, I don't know. It's just an Exorcist movie. I feel like we get an Exorcist movie every couple of months, and they're all the same. You get someone gets possessed, they start saying really vile things, they throw up a lot, they twist their head all the way around, and then the power of God, and they're saved. And that's an Exorcist movie. And that kind of feels like from the trailers what we're going to get in this movie. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's a better story. But The Pope's Exorcist comes out on April 14th. Not trying to not sell it to you guys. It's just that's my opinion of it. Next up on April 14th, guys, we get Mafia Mama starring Toni Collette. She is part of the family business, it seems like. She didn't know she was. And the family business is being the mob. And she has to take over the mafia. And I don't know. Like, part of me just really wants to see this movie. I like Toni Collette as an actress. And I think this movie has some potential. I've enjoyed all the previews that have come out thus far. So April 14th, Mafia Mama. And finally on April 14th is one of my most anticipated movies of the year, and that is Renfield. Renfield stars Nicolas Cage as Dracula, and I cannot wait to see it. I really enjoyed the first preview, but the first preview had me a little worried that we weren't going to get a lot of Nicolas Cage's Dracula, like he was going to be used very sparingly, and they would rely on the Nicholas Hoult character of Renfield, who the movie's named after. And so I was kind of like, man, I hope we get more than that. But then I saw the second trailer, and Nicolas Cage is throughout this entire movie, or so it seems based on that trailer. There's a lot of him. So I only watched that trailer once. I don't want to see it again. I'm excited for this movie. I'm locked and ready for this movie. Renfield comes out on April 14th, and it's probably my most anticipated movie of April. Probably. And finally, guys, we have April 21st with 4 movies coming out, which is weird because April 28th is just sitting over being lonely with no movies slated to come out yet as of this recording. So they could change things up. But as of right now, April 21st has 4 movies, and it's the last weekend in April we are getting new releases. The first of which is The Covenant, directed by Guy Ritchie. It is a war-oriented movie. It's about Jake Gyllenhaal. Kind of looks outside of the Guy Ritchie wheelhouse, but also it's got Jake Gyllenhaal, who can really sell, like, war-torn soldiers. So I look forward to this movie. I think Jake Gyllenhaal is one of the best actors working today, and I really look forward to seeing what he can bring to us in The Covenant. Next up on April 21st, guys, we get Ghosted, starring Chris Evans and Ana de Armas, and this movie looks like it's going to be a fun movie. It's going straight to Apple TV, so if you're not subscribed to Apple TV, you will have to be to watch this movie. It's not going to theaters. But yeah, it's about Ana de Armas. She's a super spy, and she has a one-night stand with Chris Evans. He falls head over heels for her and then goes to track her down and finds out, oh my goodness, she's a spy. And I feel like this movie's been made a lot in the past, but just the genders flipped, where the guy has a one-night stand with her, and then she's like, I'm going to go meet my man, and then he's a spy, and she has to, like, deal with that. So it's kind of cool seeing the script flipped on that, but also at the same time, I really enjoy both actor and actress here, so I'm looking forward to Ghosted, and I'm going to have to download Apple TV for a at least 7-day trial. The third movie coming out on April 21st, guys, is an opening and limited release, which means it's probably going to play at like one inconvenient time near my house. It's just how these things go. And that is Beau is Afraid, and it's directed by Ari Aster, and it stars Joaquin Phoenix. Ari Aster is the same guy who directed Hereditary and Midsommar. I'm actually looking forward to his next outing. I think that this movie could be really good. He likes to use like drugs and movies and trying to make that into film when the people on screen are taking drugs and make you feel that through the screen. He does a good job with it, actually. He did a really good job with it in Midsommar, and I thought he did a great job with Hereditary. I don't think this is a horror movie. The other two movies I've seen from him and I've referenced now have been horror movies. I'm not sure what this is going to fall into, but Beau is Afraid, I'm kind of looking forward to it. And finally, on April 21st, guys, we are getting a very gory time with Evil Dead Rise. This movie has gotten great critical reception so far where it's already been shown. I'm looking forward to this movie. I was a big fan of the Evil Dead movie that came out in 2013. I think the rest of the series is fine. I enjoy the Evil Dead movies. Army of Darkness is a little too slapstick for me, but I like the Ash vs. Evil Dead. But Evil Dead in 2013 was like a cut above, in my opinion. I really loved what they did with that movie. And now Evil Dead Rise, I don't know if it's a direct continuation or what's going on with it, because it's not taking place in a cabin anymore. Evil has come to the city, and it takes place in an apartment building, which, I don't know, it kind of gives me the idea that you're going to get a lot more people involved. Like, usually you have a group of people going to a cabin, and you're like, all right, well, the 5 to 6 of you that are in this movie, you're going to be the ones targeted by the evil. But if it's in an apartment building, it can go anywhere. Well, the possibilities are limitless. So, I don't know, I'm really excited about that. Also, Evil Dead Rise is going to be more than likely the goriest thing that I see in a theater this year. And sometimes I don't really like all that gore, but if it has a good story with it, I can usually roll with the gore. So, Evil Dead Rise is the last movie coming out on April 21st, and I'm excited for that one. And those are all the movies coming out in April of 2023 that are on my personal radar. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like and the share button. If you are excited about any of these movies, put those in the comment section down below. And like I said at the beginning of this video, if you know of any movies that are coming out that I didn't list here, throw those in the comment section down below and where I can find them, because I'm excited to check out new movies. And finally, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you do that, because I got a lot of content coming your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Well, look at that. We made it to the end of another video. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, I hope you hit that like button. If you didn't, hit it now. What are you doing? But if you like this video and you want to watch more of my videos, I've got all my 2022 reviews right there and all my 2023 reviews right there.